My intern just sent me this slide to represent the market size of the debt collection software market, and it's not giving it. Let's give this a makeover in 1 minute. For this type of data, you would want to use stacked column chart to show how different parts contribute to a whole total and analyze trends over a period. Since the content already shows at the slide title, so we won't need the chart title for now. First, the data is by functionalities, not years, which does not help presenting the annual growth. Fix this by clicking on Chart Filters, navigate to Select Data, and click Switch Row/Column. Wait, the number is doubled. Rookies would just delete the total data. But pros know better. Let's do the pro move. Right-click on the vertical axis, choose Format Axis and change the axis maximum. Then turn on the data labels to actually know the contribution of each parts that make up the stack. With these labels on, the vertical axis and lines become redundant, you can throw them away. Back to our total column, let's make it invisible by setting the fill to no fill. Poof, they're ghosts. Right-click that total data label, go to Format, and set the position to Inside Base. Perfect. Other data labels also need a touch-up, resize and recolor them to make sure they are presentable. But you would not want to set the font size too small, so it's time for tricks. Right-click the data column, go to Format, beef these skinny columns up by changing the gap width. Notice that total column is now invisible? The total tag in the legend is no more necessary, select and delete it. And these default colors are not it. Why is the column Other gets this bright mint color, while our most important info is gray? Let's swap those. Key data needs to pop. Last thing, right-click the legend, go to Format, and move the legend to the right. Then stretch the legend to make some space for function definitions. I'll make the legend bold as header, then add text boxes for the definitions. I would insert the definitions under each, but I would keep the contrast low since I do not want these definitions to snatch the spotlight. They should only work as back dancers for these data. So I select a humble gray and choose a relatively small font. But you gotta make sure it is still readable. Once you're happy, duplicate the text boxes for the other functions and put in the corresponding definitions. Keep editing until all the elements are aligned, your slide looks neat and balanced. And there you go. We went from this naive slide to this masterpiece. Clean, clear, and tells a story. So always remember, don't be a slave to your slide.